Let's get into last night's collision, Summer Blockbuster. We had Kenny Omega versus Bad Dude Tito. Don't know much about Tito. I like what I saw in the ring. The only thing with this, it was just short. You know what I mean? They went from slabs to knocking each other down all in the span of like 5 minutes. One winged angel, it was over. Omega win. There's a shoot after the match to Zack Sabre Jr., so I look forward to their match at Forbidden Door. Hikaru Shida versus Zeta Steel for the Survival of the Fittest qualifying match towards the TBS Championship. This was a good match. I like what I saw to Zeta Steel. Hikaru Shida did not disappoint as well. However, I knew Shida was going to win. Post-match, though, it looked like Zeta Steel was dead. Shida was not caring either. She just kept punching her in the face and knocking her down. Their promoter or whatever wound up coming out to help her out, but like, dang, Shida was not playing. It was the Rascals versus Aaron and Austin Atlas. They were nothing but like rabbit food for these guys. I mean, the Rascals just tore them apart in a matter of minutes. This led into the Kevin Knight versus Myron Reed, and I tell you what, this was not a jobber match. Myron Reed looked damn good in this match. The amount of cutters he did in ring, out of ring, midair, over the top rope. I mean, dude was cooking. So he definitely left a mark on Kevin Knight. Kevin Knight retained though, but I know he gonna be thinking about that all next week. So leading into this match, we had a sentimental promo from my world about our older brother who passed away this past week, and her getting into the competition, still staying in the wrestling, all that stuff. Then you had to follow up with Athena, talking her shit. You know what I mean? She understands the loss and all that, but you gotta understand the teacher didn't teach you everything I knew. I taught you everything you knew, but you don't know everything I know. And they had a nice little exchange in the back promo videos, of course. Then Athena went on to face Tiara Jane. Short match, jobber match. I enjoyed what I saw to Tiara though. Unfortunately, Athena obviously was too much for her, made her tap. Lion World came out towards the end to try and help Tiara because Athena was not letting go, still beating on her post-match. Athena faked it like she was leaving, came back and beat on my world, and it looked pretty bad. Young Bucks versus the Dogs was a great match. I like what I saw to the Bucks. I like what I saw out of the Dogs. Seems like the Bucks was running in the very beginning, but the Dogs, when their back is against the wall, they get creative, they get innovative, and they take home a W. And that's exactly what happened. Speedball Bailey versus Jake Doyle. While Speedball was pretty much feeding foot to mouth to Jake, his power was just way too much for him. Jake walks away victorious. Julia Hart and Persephone went at it for the Survival of the Fittest qualifying match. Persephone comes out on top, obviously thwarting Julia's missed in the process. But this was a good match between them two. I ain't seen Julia do a singles match in a while, it feels like. So I enjoyed seeing them both go at it. Death Riders versus Shane Taylor Promotions on the Cincinnati Street Fight. Nothing but cook. The entire time, man. I saw from the start, Shane Taylor Promotions was very tactical. They took care of Castioli, put him away, tried to stack all these barricades, these middle barricades on top of him, thinking that was going to hold him down, and then went after the other members of the Death Riders. Smart plan. But you got to understand, Castioli wasn't going to stay down that entire time. When he came back, it was BTA the entire time. Went after every single member. And I give it up to Shane Taylor, man, because at one point, Castioli was going to put him, powerbomb him onto the stairs. And Lee Moriarty came up and got Castioli inside of like a standing submission or whatever. Castioli jumped up on the area of the barricade or whatever, and then put him through a table. That was nuts. Shane Taylor Promotions also had I felt like they had a shield moment because they took Mox. The infantry and Shane Taylor took Mox and put him through a table just the same way the shield used to do, and I thought that was fire. While Death Riders came out on top, Shane Taylor Promotions gave them a run for their money, straight up. We had a couple honorable promos. You had Kyle Fletcher and Mark Davis vying, and along with Okada, vying to get that title back into the Don Callis family, going after Takeshita. You got Ricochet running his mouth, talking about he's coming after Takeshita as well. Bro catching strays and he ain't even on the show. And honorable promo from Tekla, as Shivani tried to, piece things up between Stardom and AEW. Tekla came out running her mouth, talking about, screw Stardom and all this cutesy stuff. And if they wanted war, they could come and bring their best, which they brought Starlight Kid. If you don't know about Starlight Kid, look her up. She's on YouTube, definitely on the Stardom page. Well, I was hoping for a different pick with Starlight Kid. She's a great worker, great in ring. The only thing I got to say for her, just make sure you bring some backup. Bring the members of Neo Genesis with you, along with whoever else you could bring from Stardom, because you're gonna need it. Them Triangle Madness members, they do not play fair at all. And given the company's names on the promotion, there should be more people in there. Talking about Buddy Sal, he said the same thing. Like, we've only seen two people pretty much, Starlight Kid and Hazuki, obviously, who's going against Monet. So it'd be good to see some other Stardom, people get up in there and get put on the card before the actual pay-per-view. That's all I got. I know I ran over my 3 minutes, but who cares? This is fire. How y'all feel about it?